Welcome to Making Connections, a WMMT series on diversifying our future.
High up on Black Mountain in Harlan County, Terry Creech operates an apple orchard. Last week, Jeremy Williams, the Harlan County Agricultural Extension Agent, and Mitch Whitaker from the Letcher County Extension Office led WMMT's Mimi Pickering and Pam Shingler on a visit. Mimi Pickering has the story.
It's the highest point. And so actually you're standing here at about, now you're probably standing somewhere around 4,100 feet.
Wow.
Right here. So we started in 1990, 8,000 trees, I don't know, 20 acres started out, and they didn't do very good, so we started over and did it again. Second time we planted honeycrisp, that's this one. When you get a good revenue, you guys can eat it, it's tremendously good.
Are you the second generation?
Yes, my dad started all this at Harvey farming, and in 1975 we moved from Florida, bought 20 trees for a hobby, had a mutation, and geez, 83 maybe. So Gala used to be a yellow apple, it turned redder. The county agent happened to be from the apple growing region. He said, boy, y'all got something there, you better go for it. So we did. Took about 5 years, we filed a patent on it. And from 1987 till, 2004 or something, we collected royalties on it, and that's pretty much how we got established. What's the life of one of these trees, Terry? It's according to how it's maintained. 25 years. I got trees way over 20. I got a lot of trees over 25 years old. Wow. Gala trees that are producing real good. You got to maintain them every year, though. You skip a year pruning, and that tree's probably history. You just can't get it straightened back out.
How harshly do you prune them?
The more you prune it, the more it grows. So I'll cut this one back. I get rid of anything hanging down, it's got to go. Anything sticking up, got to go. Cut that off there, and the top needs rejuvenate a little bit. I might cut it all the way back to here. But the more you prune, the more to grow.
Terry Creech has been operating his orchard on a commercial basis for over 20 years, raising apples people often think won't grow in Kentucky. I missed you. What were you saying that the climate is similar to up here?
Northern Pennsylvania and New York.
So even though we're right in southern Kentucky.
Yeah, right. When I started growing honeycrisp, all the growers said, man, you locos. You can't grow apples and honeycrisp in Kentucky because you just can't grow them because the climate's not right. And everybody knows what kind of climate it takes. I said, well, yeah, but I'm different from you guys. Well, you ain't that much different, you know, but it took a while, and they finally, some of them came to sing.
Did your dad and you learn how to do all this?
The hard way. I learned from I've been to Washington, I've been to, everywhere they grow apples in the United States, I've pretty much been there, and I look and I see. And I belong to the IDFDA, it's International Fruit Tree Association. And we used to go to meetings every year, and I got so busy I ain't been in a few years. Well, actually, they're having them out of the country, and I can't afford to go to Australia and New Zealand. But if they're close enough, I still go.
So you're growing some in the valley, too?
Oh, yeah, I got 3 other sites. We grow galas, go over 2 ridges and go down. That's where I live, called Clover Lick. Got a couple acres of gala, actually 3 acres of gala. They do great there. And up at the other side, I pushed out the galas because they didn't do as good as the ones up here. So we got 4 varieties at the apple shop, 3 varieties at my home site, and then probably pretty much 2 up here now, McIntosh and Honeycrisp.
Though his father started growing apples as a hobby, it's an important source of income for Terry Creech.
These apples here are worth a lot of money, and if I tell them, you know, what I need for it, they say, oh man, I can't afford that, you know. They never heard of paying. Food City pays. Number one, these apples look terrible this year because of so much rain and the hail. But number one apples, they pay from $45 to $60 a bushel.
Growing apples is a full-time occupation for any grower, as there are always things that threaten the crop, but it's the life he's chosen.
The target's on your back all the time, ain't it?
All the time.
if it ain't the bugs, it's the weather. If it ain't the weather, it's something else.
We got hailed. I was calling the guy's buddies up Ohio and a few more. I said, man, you getting hailed? He said, no, everybody around here has been getting it. I said, I've been lucky. Next morning I came up here and I looked, I said, oh, something's the matter. I could see all the leaves. Half of my apples was half gone. from the hail.
Wow.
The apples was about this big and the hail was about the same size. So you know what? Something's got to give when the hail's going 50 miles an hour. Most of the time when you get hailed, you've lost it.
Oh.
But lucky it happened before I thinned. Because when you thin, if you guys know anything about apples, that tree's going to set 300 or 400 apples. And you got to get them all off except for 100. And you got to do it fast. You can't hire a bunch of people and do it because the damage is done. Within 2 weeks, the apple tree's like a bank. It's got a lot of money down there. If you draw all of it out at one time, then the next year you ain't gonna be loaning no more money out. You know what I'm saying? That's what apple trees. If you draw too much out from the root system, the same year that it's setting a crop, it's making a crop for next year. So you gotta, when it's setting a crop, growing them apples, you need to keep it healthy as it can be. That's why you want to keep all the bugs off of it.
Yep.
So
That's your money in the bank.
yeah. And if you don't, go ahead.
What did you do before you?
I was a coal miner. Worked in a little coal mine, shot it with dynamite and loaded with a shovel when I was 18. So there's a little bit of improvement. Then we went to a scoop, but you know it's still the same situation. Still shooting with dynamite, get killed. I've seen 2 people get blowed up. Both of them survived, but one of them, he ain't right. It messed him up.
Must be nice to be outdoors, even if it.
Yeah, I probably, even though the money's $30 an hour, I don't know if I'd go back in there or not because
Sky's not fell yet.
yeah, I'm too claustrophobic to go back. Last mines I worked in, people went and blew it. I brought my friend from Florida up here. We came up. He said, "I want to see a coal mine." I said, "Okay, you ready to see one?" This coal was 24 inches. That's about. Yeah. You couldn't take a drink of water. You had to get off the scoop and lay on your side and try to get a little bit out of it. I worked there for 6 months, and that was my last coal miner. You never know where you're at. You just guessed. They put the roof bolts in. I run the scoop there. They put 40 in. I take 35 of them out. It was tough. And I never got hurt. Well, I lost the end of a finger over here at this one little mine. Just lucky. Didn't lose no more. I did that for 10 years. In 86, 87, I started growing apples.
Terry Creech, Harlan County apple grower, Jeremy Williams, Harlan County Extension Agent, led our visit up Black Mountain. For WMMT, I'm Mimi Pickering.
Making Connections is brought to you by WMMT Mountain Community Radio. Find out more at makingconnectionsnews.org.